We on.
Okay, we on. Okay, so with all being said, just want to start off by just giving all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
Want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth, and just want to say peace and sincere salutations to the hopeful elect that's co-laboring in this faith throughout the four corners of the earth, man. Me, you know, I'm from Great Millstone, Dallas, but all through the spirit, opportunity was allowed for me to come and break bread with the brothers out here in the GMS San Francisco Bay. And so far, it's been a beautiful trip because we started off doing this work, man. You know, and the main job right now, us being the men of the Lords or the prophets, you know, which people can misconstrue prophet thinking it's some type of mystical thing. Right. When really prophet, when you break the word down on prophesy, just means to say before. And everything that we're saying is already written as far as the ultimate judgment that's going to befall Great Babylon, because wickedness, like it says later and what we're about to get, has exceedingly polluted the whole earth. Yeah. Like, meaning it ain't no higher that wickedness can be stacked at this point, man. It's just hitting pinnacle levels. And the Most High, he's just basically building just a big ass case against America to where once the gavel of judgment is banged out, hey, you can put the nail in the coffin on this one.
Well, it said in Revelation 18, it says that the sins of Babylon have reached into the heavens.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I mean? So now there's a certain amount of wickedness that you can do on the planet Earth until the Most High has to intervene.
That's right.
And the so-called white man has done so much wickedness that he actually has to send his son back. With the angels, man, it's like a organism. You know, the organism that if you destroy, say, the human body, what happens? Antibodies come out to fight and attack the virus, and the so-called white man is a virus.
That's right. That's right. And cancer or any type of virus, you have to remove it completely from the body in order for the body to be in a position of wholeness.
Yeah, they call it homeostasis. It's a position where your body is at levels balanced. And Esau, he's the virus. And what do you do with a virus? First, you have to identify the virus. So you search for the virus, and he's being sought out by the scriptures. You separate the virus, and then after you do that, you terminate the virus, and that's the so-called white man's future.
That's right. And that's beautiful. You said quarantine virus. Basically, you have to separate cleanliness from filthiness, man. You know, that's why the scripture says in is it Deuteronomy, the 6th chapter, that Israel is a holy people unto the Most High.
I'm gonna get that for you.
Matter of fact, you can go ahead and pull it. There's something in my throat. Salakim, brothers.
Nah, you need some water? You got?
I'm good. Like something
it's Satan.
In my throat. Yeah,
it's Satan.
Right when we start going in, but it's all good.
Yeah, this is Deuteronomy 7. I give you some water, brother, too. Deuteronomy 7 and 6. It says, and thou 7 and 6.
Yep.
This is Deuteronomy 7 and 6. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people himself of people that earth.
And I just want to say, just backing up what you said, you quarantine virus. Holy, that means to be separate. Like, meaning the nation of Israel, we were set up being a clean people, having the laws and way of the Heavenly Father to live by. So we're supposed to be separate from all manner of wickedness. And who embodies wickedness on the planet Earth? Esau, the so-called white man. So we can't basically coexist with the so-called white man, you know, and have the righteous standard. You know, that's why we're supposed to be separate. During the Civil Rights Movement, we should have never been integrating with this devil.
Right.
You know, you have to basically, you can't coexist, because some Jacobs say, well, not all so-called white people are bad and this and that and the third. No, you have to remove a little leaven left the whole lump. You know,
I got an even better scripture.
Go ahead
for you in Deuteronomy 32. This is the one. Deuteronomy 32 and 8. Yeah, Satan fucking with my eye now, man. This is crazy. Let me get Deuteronomy 32 and 8. You got some water already?
Yeah, I got
it. Okay, I got it.
It's like a hair in my throat or something. That's crazy.
Fuck. Deuteronomy 32 and 8, it says, when the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel.
That's right. So when he separated the sons of Adam, like it says in 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, from Adam come we all.
God.
But the Lord is particularly, he has a chosen people. That's the nation of Israel, which we're holy and we're above all these other nations. We're supposed to be separate from all of these other nations, especially the so-called white man, the devil. He has to be completely removed out of the equation in order for us to flourish and be restored as a nation, man. You know?
Yep. Also, he even separated us from even our own nation, because we're a nation within a nation.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean? All Israel is not of Israel. Basically, you have the Israel of the Most High. This is you have something?
I was gonna say because it says that our people 2/3 are there's their father the devil.
That's right.
So,
that's right. Taking on the ways, like that's why the scripture says, "Learn not the way of the heathen." Because Jake, mainly through Western culture, they've assimilated, man, and you've been completely removed to the way that was given to you. Matter of fact, can somebody get Deuteronomy 4:5 real quick? Matter of fact, I know the spirit just.
Yeah, I'm already in there.
You already
yeah. The spirit gonna jump, you know. The spirit
because
gonna jump.
Israel was given a particular way how to live on earth, man, and you were only given that way. And when I say you, I'm referring to the nation of Israel. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. And that way made you separate, clean from all of these other nations, man. You know, but instead of embracing your way, you want to live after the way of your oppressor. Jake has Stockholm syndrome right now. You know, go ahead.
I'm gonna finish this verse and we're gonna jump into that. This is verse 9 in Deuteronomy 32. For the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is a lot of his inheritance.
That's right. So the Jacob's the lot of the Lord is with Jacob, basically, man. Jacob is the apple of the Most High's eye. You know what I'm saying? Jacob is the Most High's portion. You know, from Genesis to Revelations, this is the Bible is a narrative about the nation of Israel. You know what I'm saying? From our perspective, you know what I'm saying? This is truly who this book is really for, the nation of Israel. Now, the Bible does talk about the other nations, but it's all in the context of Israel, the nation of Israel, ruling over them other nations. Right. You know?
This is Deuteronomy 4:5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye possess it.
That's right. And that's what made us separate from the other nations. The Lord gave us laws, statutes, and commandments that we should do so in the midst of the other nations. Go ahead.
Yep. It says, keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of these nations, man, that are without the law. So that's how these other nations are supposed to know that we're children of the Most High, by how we carry ourselves, how we conduct ourselves on earth. You know, how our camaraderie amongst each other, how we operate within the earth, man. Our dietary laws, just everything, how we deal with nature, animals, you know, we have a way to follow, man, you know?
Yeah, and the nations are seeing, you were saying something earlier about us being that light.
That's right.
And the nations and all these people, they're attracted to us.
That's right.
Because what are we doing? We're following the Father, basically. You know, so now we're getting into burning these different resins. You know, we're getting into our heritage, the foods that we ate, our customs, our clothing that we used to wear, and now we're looked at as peculiar to these other people. But that's really how we're supposed to be. Our woman's supposed to be in order. Our children are supposed to be in order. We're supposed to have a certain brotherhood. You know, that's all part of the customs that you find in the Bible. You have a precept.
Is Jeremiah 6:16. Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see and ask for the old paths.
Yeah, the old paths, man. The old paths is what? It's talking about the Bible.
That's right.
Well, that the Bible, that was in the olden days. No, we're still in the Bible times, man.
That's right.
And ultimately, these are the ways that we're supposed to hold ourselves. The Lord, he gave us, and these commandments never like, okay, look, 3-4 generations, then you can stop doing them. No, that's the reason why we're in the situation we're in now. We're all messed up because we stopped following the paths of our forefathers, which we are our forefathers coming back in reincarnation. So the law is still there, man.
That's right.
We still have to follow all the law, statutes, commandments. Where are you at? That's done with that?
Just a little bit more.
Yeah, a little bit more. And then real quick, can I get Sarai 39?
I'll get it for you.
All right.
Yeah, we can mix it up. I ain't tripping, brother.
Where is the good way and walk therein?
See, that's the good way, man. The following the law, statutes, commandments, the heritage of our at the top. following the law, statute, command. That's the good way. Not this new age way, like you were saying. Jake came here and started assimilating to America. And they became more of American than Americans, man.
Mm-hmm.
You see Jake with the flag. And then what now? You created your own subculture within Esau's culture,
Mm-hmm.
right? So now all the people, this is what when they look at a so-called black and Hispanic, they look at what? Gang banging, drug dealing, they woman shaking their booty. That's not our culture, man. That's degradation. All right, the scriptures say in Jeremiah, is it the second chapter, how the Lord, he planted us a holy vine, a noble. We're really supposed to be noble, the way that we carry ourselves, the way that we eat. We're nobility, man.
That's right.
Can you bring that out? Are you right here? 39?
A little bit more.
Yeah, go ahead.
And ye shall find rest for your souls.
Yeah, you shall find rest from your souls. What does that say in the beginning of the first verse?
He that giveth his.
Yeah. Can you read? Yeah. Come on. That's the one.
That's the one right there. This is Ecclesiasticus 39:1. It says, "But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient."
All the ancient, right? The ancient days. You wouldn't be seeking out the wisdom of this world. The wisdom of this world is what is foolishness unto the Most High. It says that.
That's right.
1 Corinthians 3.
That's right.
This wisdom, because ultimately this is going to get you destroyed. Everything here is just the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes. It's all to deceive you. It's all deception. That's what it is. Because this world is going to pass away. As you know, this world is going to pass away. Look at it. It says that the earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. The food can't grow. People's stature is smaller. Everybody's sick. Right? Everybody hates each other.
Yeah.
You know?
And the reason why is because this kingdom despises the ways of ancient.
Exactly.
Despises the way of old, when that was the correct way.
That's exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because that word orientation, they'll use that terminology when they're talking about like a homosexual lifestyle.
Right.
They'll say whatever your orientation.
Yeah.
Which orient, that means east. Which the correct way is from the east. That's why we brothers pray facing the east, because that's the correct way. You know what I'm saying? In this place, it completely goes opposite against the correct way of the Orient. You know?
Yep. And then also, like we're in San Francisco area, right? This is the actual uttermost part of the world.
What? Completely west.
We're completely west. We're at the actual end of the world. So the end of the world is going to be the most wickedest place on the planet Earth. You know, and we always say that San Francisco is Sodom in a reincarnation, which this is all Sodom, but we believe that that's Sodom in the surrounding cities that we're in right now.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna keep going on this. This is Ecclesiasticus 39:2. It says, "He will keep the sayings of the renowned men."
You see that? You will keep the sayings of the renowned men. Where do you find the sayings of the renowned men? Not in the Quran. Not in none of these books that Esau writes. There's billions of books out there that Esau writes every damn year. You know, and that's not knowledge, man. You will keep the sayings of the renowned men.
That's right.
Following the law, statute, commandments, and all the things that the Heavenly Father has given to us. That makes you separate in itself. Like we were reading, you brought the scripture Deuteronomy 4 and 5. And people, they get amazed when they look at us. Yo, what's up with these brothers? Like, especially when there's 2 or 3, you know. You're looking for.
Now I was gonna look up that word renown. Hold on.
Okay.
I'll read it again. This is Ecclesiasticus 39:2. It says, "He will keep the sayings of the renowned men, and where subtle parables are, he will be there also."
So where subtle parables are, he will be there also. That's why you're able to deal in society subtly. You see that? Why? Because Jacob was a supplanter. When you go into that word supplant, and finesse is like the same word.
Exactly.
Finessing. Jake always talking about finessing.
Yep.
Because that's the actual spirit of Jake. And we have to finesse the society. That's why the scriptures talk about in 1 Corinthians, it talks about using this world but not abusing this world. We abuse the world, man.
Right.
Because we know the inner workings of the world and how it works. So we can do things wicked. We know how to do things wicked. The Most High, he showed us what wickedness is, and he showed what righteousness is.
That's right.
And we're on that straight path for righteousness. You have a definition?
Yeah, I just want this is in the Merriam Webster, the word renown in Ecclesiasticus 39:2. It says, widely acclaimed and highly honored. Just like you was going into earlier, like basically the nation of Israel, we were set up to be nobility in the earth, man, men of stature. and you reading in the scriptures that talk about we were men of stature don't necessarily mean like height. It means like noble men, like a status. So with then having that nobility, there's responsibility, accountability. You have to live your a certain standard. Like right now, our people don't live according to the standard. It's the standard of Esau.
Yeah, do as thou wilt. That's the standard. They're really their standard is Satan. Because Satan doesn't have any guidelines. There's so many different ways and avenues that you can worship Satan. You used to be a nigga and you're worshiping Satan.
Yep. So
that's their standard, and we have a standard. It's the Bible.
That's right.
It's the law, statute, commandments, like Yahweh Bashim Shah, and really it goes deeper than that. It's the spirit.
That's right.
We roll in the spirit, and our people are void of the spirit. They have the spirit of the devil on them.
That's right.
Like you brought out, ye are your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth. There you go. You see that? So being an American or being just somebody in America just lollygagging, you're in the spirit of the world. And the scriptures talk about that the love of the world is enmity with the Most High.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because this world, which is controlled by Satan, it just promotes just complete rebellion against the Most High.
Is it a little bit more on that? It might be a little. Probably that might have been it.
I think that was a point. You just want to go into like those men.
Right. Just read a little bit more.
Yeah, I'll keep on, brother. This is Ecclesiasticus 39:3. It says, he will seek out the secrets of grave sentences and be conversant in dark parables.
You see, and that's exactly what we do when we break bread out of these scriptures. When we read these scriptures to get the understanding. Because really, we were talking about we're actually walking stumbling blocks to these people. We can actually be a stumbling block to these people because they don't know that's the man of the Lord.
Yep.
You don't even know. You don't really understand how the Most High works.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Yep. So they're like, oh, what those are, and that's how it is. Oh, those are demons. Those are devils.
Yep.
But you really don't understand the Heavenly Father.
Deceivers, but yet true. That's what it talks about in Corinthians too, man.
Yep.
Because people just based on their appearance and what they think a man of God should look like, brothers don't fit that mold. But when it comes to this knowledge, people see that they be like, "Man, what's it? It don't add up." It
does not add up. But that's them dark. See, and we even speak in dark sayings and parables and proverbs. That's all brothers speak about. And then say other people might overhear us. They be like, "What the hell is going on?
What are y'all about? What are y'all about, man?"
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Like, who are you guys, man? I'm gonna keep. I was looking for a precept, but I'm gonna finish reading for you. It says, verse 4: he shall serve among great men and appear before princes. He will travel through strange countries, for he had tried the good and the evil among men.
See, and then especially like this, the Apocrypha talks about a man of travel, man that travels,
know of many things.
Yep. Because why? Because you interact with different spirits. So you're interacting. You're seeing the how people are. You're seeing their manner of person they are. But then what's happening? You use wisdom, which is these scriptures. Hey man, this is the highest level of knowledge, man, in the planet Earth, to be able to. Because look, we know what's going on. We actually know what's going on. We're the only people on the planet Earth that the Most High has revealed Himself unto, man. That's heavy.
I got a precept for
you. All right, yeah. See,
I got a precept for you. And then that second Ezra 15 is gonna come out too.
You already know.
The way you speaking right now, at least. This is Amos 3:7. It says, "Surely the Lord power will do nothing, but He revealeth His secret unto His servants, the prophets."
There you go.
And that's just backing up what the brother beautifully is saying, man. The Lord, He reveals all of His secrets, His dark parables to His servants, who are the prophets, the men that were set up to be able to express the Most High's will before it actually happens, because there's power in that. Like brothers, like the main prophecy we go into is the mark of the beast being the RFID microchip, man. Our apostles and elders for years, man, they've been prophesying about that particular prophecy, and now you see that whole framework has been laid out. It's actually happening. It's only a matter of time before it becomes mandatory for you to accept that. But when you actually see that happens, and it was men that was speaking it before it actually happened, that's power. That's spiritual power.
Power.
But the Lord only reveals those types of mysteries to His servants, the prophets.
Ultimately, the Lord has to be dealing with you
exactly
on a high level. And then what happens is you're like, damn, the Lord's dealing with me, but you don't have no, you can't be proud.
That's
right.
right.
The scripture talk about this being a gift.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And you be like, man, the Lord really gave me this knowledge. This is wild. And then put me in a body to where we all speak the same thing. And that's unprecedented, because look how many people are out in the world and they don't think on the same accord.
Yep.
You know, certain brothers, they have certain, you know, things that they like. This brother might like, but it's still cool. I can still get into it. This brother, he likes certain different things. But when it comes, especially when it comes to this word and our thought process, we're all on the same accord.
That's right.
And that's beautiful. You can't find that. The scripture saying, can two walk together, at least they be agreed. That's right. You know what I mean? And that's why this fellowship is so beautiful, because we all agree on the same thing. We're not, right. Oh, nah, brother, that was wrong. You know, this and that. We good. That's right. Everything this brother say is going to be on point. Everything this brother's going to say is going to be on point. Everything I say is going to be on point. And we all going to be agreeants with each other. That's right. You have more on that? Was that it?
That was okay, point, brother.
Oh, I had a scripture.
Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 1 and 5. It says, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee and ordained thee a prophet unto the nations.
Yo, that's just what you're saying. Like, prophet, a man of the Lord. This ain't no mechanical type of thing. Matter of fact, you hold Ephesians the 2nd chapter. Being a prophet is not some mechanical thing. Like, you could just read the scriptures 24/7, start studying breakdowns, and just somehow you're gonna be revealed the mysteries and be able to
it don't work like that.
It don't work like that, man. The Most High had to have handpicked you. You would have had to been chosen from the foundation of the earth. You would have had to been ordained.
Yeah, I want to go. Yeah, I want to go into those.
You got it.
Hey, you know what I was telling you about that older Jake? I was gonna tell you the story. Well, I was at his house just real quick, and I was talking to him, and you know, just the manner of talk that we talk, and he stopped. He said, "Are you ordained? Are you?" I just kind of looked at him. You know, I kind of looked at like, yeah. He thought I was ordained, like I was ordained in the scriptures. Yeah. But I don't really know him like that. That's what he thought. You know what I mean? But that's the spirit. But I have I want to get two definitions in there.
Ahead, brother.
This is the definition, because we were talking about how the Lord, he separated us.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean? Us as a nation. So this is the word for sanctified.
Okay.
So this is sanctified. In the blue letter is Quadash. Quadash is holy.
Yeah.
Quadash, and it says to consecrate, sanctify, prepare, dedicate, be hallowed, be holy, be sanctified, be separate. So the Lord, he sanctified you, meaning he separated you.
That's right.
Before you were even formed. You're like, nah, this is spirit. He's gonna be a prophet. He's gonna do this.
That's right.
So there's no possible way that we can get away from this will. Just as Jeremiah said, that he said that the word was a burning fire. Because ultimately, man, we didn't want to do this when we first came in. It was too much. Like, with certain brothers, I try to run away. You know, but the Lord's like, nah, you gonna be here.
Jonah did it too.
Jonah did it, yeah. Real quick, can you get that Jeremiah 20:9?
Yeah,
real quick.
That's beautiful, bro.
And then, let me go on, because even within Israel, we're separated from within Israel. Okay, it says to be set apart, to be consecrated, to be hallowed, consecrated, tabooed. Really, like the Lord, it's heavy, man. This is beautiful, man.
We just set to the side,
we tucked away. We tucked away. The Lord tucked us away.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
To be set apart as scared. As a scared, they have like scared things. SACER. What?
Scares.
Like almost
scarce,
like scarce.
Like scarce. Like rare.
Like rare, but let me bring out this definition of scared real quick in the Edamon, because it kind of goes into a little bit like a scared item. It says the word scared is to make holy, to anoint, to dedicate, to set apart, immortalize, holy. You know?
Yeah. It said to anoint it, man.
Anoint it.
Yeah. And which, when you break down the word, with the Christians like to use Christ or Christos, that's what it goes back to, the anointed ones, man, the followers of the Hamashiach, you know, those ones that was bestowed that knowledge of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, you know.
Go ahead, bring that on Jeremiah. I think it's 20 and 9. It says, yep.
is Jeremiah 20:9. Then I said, I will not make mention of him, nor speak any more in his name.
Yeah, because really, man, this is like the scripture talking about this word being a burden.
Yeah.
We're forced to do this, man. We're like literally like it's so much in us that we just can't. Like, damn, I can't. Like, you don't do a video for like 2 days. You like, man, damn. You be looking over your shoulder. And most time, I might hit you with a lightning bolt. You know,
you're scared.
You're scared. Yeah, because this word is so hot up in us that we like, man. At first, we like, man, I ain't gonna speak to these niggas, man. These niggas ain't listening, ain't you know. But the Lord, He got a heavy spirit upon us. Go ahead.
But His word was in my heart as a burning fire.
Yeah, because certain brothers like, look, I'm just gonna listen to the truth. I'm just gonna listen to the video. I'm just gonna tithe. You know, I'm just being the cut. Nah, the Lord's like, nah, you ain't gonna do that. I'm about to put you through pure hell.
I got other plans for you.
There you go. Go ahead.
Shut up in my bones, and I was weary with forbearing, and I could not stay.
Yeah, I could not stay. He was weary forbearing. That's it on that a little bit more. Yeah. No, that was it. Yeah, that's it. But basically, you know, the Lord putting the Spirit into us because He separated us.
That's right.
He anointed us to be able to do this. Okay.
I got to appreciate
Yeah.
If you don't got nothing. This is St. John 15:16. It says, not to me, ordain you that you should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever you shall ask of the Father in my name, He may give it. And the reason I want to bring that out is just we was going into that word sanctified, ordained, and the fact that, man, if you would have asked me 10 years ago what I'd have been doing 10 years from that point, it wouldn't have been what I'm doing now. I'm gonna just honestly, and every brother could probably share that same testimony, man. But that shows that it's not up to us, man. The Most High chooses. The scriptures also say many are called, but few are chosen. So if I endure to the end, like Lord willing, me and these brothers, then we'll be saved.
John.
But right now, you know, through the Spirit, if we're doing the work, man, that's an indication that we were chosen, that we were set apart, that we were ordained, that we were made separate from this world as present. You know?
Yep. And then, you know, Lord's will, we be part of that number. And if we are part of that number, I'm gonna say this: the elect are the most precious spirits on the planet Earth.
That's right.
The precious spirits most ever created, after Yahweh Shai, man. You know. So that's why we care about these things. Like you were even saying, like, oh, about the oils, how we're so like we're passionate about like things being used in a righteous manner, you know, because we want to see the planet. We actually care about the planet Earth.
That's right.
When people talk about we're a hate group and this. Nah, man, we love the planet Earth. We love the Most High. We love the Most High's creation, and we hate seeing it in this degraded state. Okay, this wicked state, the ruler of this world, the so-called white man. The demon.
That's right.
You know, messing up everything, man. Just going around spraying chemtrails everywhere, manipulating the food, turn the women against men, making men into homosexuals. You know, doing all that, man. You got a precept? Go ahead.
Is Ezekiel 9:4. Yep. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry. For all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Yeah, all the abominations. We're the only men in the planet Earth that are sighing and crying.
That's right.
For all the wrongdoing that's happening right now. We're the only ones that feel some type of way about it. Everybody else, they're totally oblivious to it. and to the point to where they don't care. They're like, look, if he wants to be a homosexual, let him do his own thing. I'm gonna be in my own little corner. Yeah. He ain't hurt. No, there's repercussions to your actions. Okay,
that's right.
Our Esau even knows that whatever a man sow, that's all you reap.
That's right.
So if you sow wickedness, you sow homosexuality, that might not affect you in your so-called everyday life, but it does. Okay, that's a wicked spirit that's out there. That's why the scriptures talk about if two men be found, that their blood shall be upon their own hand. You got to put them to death. Exactly. And you rid that wicked spirit out of Israel, put it out of the camp.
That's right.
But now look at the world, man. The world is all messed up, man. Okay, the world's all messed up. You got women licking on each other. You got Esau drinking blood.
Man.
You got the earth is actually dying itself.
Yep.
The earth is actually dying. The plants are dying. The food is dying. Esau doesn't even allow you to have land. There's millions upon millions of acres here in the United States. He puts you into he quarantines you into these little mega cities, and then he forces you to have a cell phone. He forces you to have internet. He forces you to be plugged into the matrix. Okay, because he wants to own you.
That's right.
So that's hell. We like, man, this is pure hell.
That's right, brother.
So we're the only ones that feel some type of way about it because we know that righteousness is not being spread in the planet Earth, and that's what we want. We want. So you people call us wrong, but we just want righteousness. That's all.
That's right. And it's getting to a point right now, like you was just going into, like people are actually desensitized to just wickedness, man. You know, like we see it, and it heavily weighs on our spirit. That's why, like in 2 Ezra 15, it talks about the souls of the just complain continually. You know, just backing up what you just read in Ezekiel, man, because constantly we going through this hellhole, and like our spirit is judging everything, but we don't have the ability to do what's correct. You know what I'm saying? We just have to just sit back right now and just preach and just witness wickedness at all time levels, man, and not have the ability to do what the Most High wants for that situation, man. That vexes our spirit. Right. That's why the scriptures talk about righteous Lot. He was vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked, man. You know, he was in Sodom, and right now we know that America is modern day Sodom and Gomorrah, you know? So everything is just wickedness that has exceedingly polluted the planet on every level, man. You know? Was it more your precept, brother?
No, that was pretty much it on that one. I got a quick precept, and then you got some. It's going full circle all the way down to the second.
That's probably it for me.
That's how it always happens, man. That's how it always happens. This is Matthew 24 and 12, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. You see that? The love of many is waxing cold. That's why you got people kidnapping people. You got people getting stabbed on a BART. You got people robbing people. All type of things is happening in the planet Earth, man. Why? Because iniquity is abounding. Who's allowing this iniquity to abound? It's the so-called white man. It all goes back to him. He's not. He does not allow righteousness. Really, here in Babylon, like the scriptures say, it says good is called evil and evil is called good. They put darkness for light and lightness for darkness. Why? Is because look, we're living in the dark. Okay, that's Esau's the real dark night. All right.
Did you read something, brother?
Yeah, that was it on that. You want
I'm gonna get a quick one just to back up what you just said.
Habakkuk.
I'm just backing up what you just said. This is Habakkuk chapter 1, and I'll start at verse 1. It says, the burden which Habakkuk the prophet did see. Oh Lord, how long shall I cry?
Ooh, hey, he said the burden.
Yeah.
This is a burden, man, that cross.
That's right.
Because now you know the Most High just keeps revealing things unto you. And it says, a man, well, how does it say in Ecclesiastes, a man with much wisdom comes much grief.
That's right.
So we just grieve. The more you read, the more you get into the spirit, you be like, man, it's just like you ready for it to go.
It's our Lord. He said he was a man acquainted with grief, like meaning like basically we hold a weight of this truth. So it's heavy right now in this society because we can't, like I said, just correct it at this appointed time, right? You know, so it's just a heavy, grievous, just weight, man. You know,
and that's where a lot of those elements come to. It's actually those elements manifest. Physically, spiritually, though, because we have a spiritual burden upon us, and then elements manifest physically because of that weight. You know, because when you're like cool, you feel like, yeah, I feel good. Like you know, like, God damn, I feel fresh. You don't have no anxiety, you don't have no depression. You're not even thinking about. You know, you might be on some little bit of liquor, right? And you're feeling good. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because you're not really worried about those things that are really happening. But once you come down, you be like, oh shit, man. God damn, you know,
reality sets in. I'm gonna keep reading this, brother. It says, verse 2. It says, "O Lord, how long shall I cry and thou wilt not hear? Even cry out unto thee of violence and thou wilt not save. Why dost thou show me iniquity and cause me to behold grievance?"
See, you catching nothing but hell. You catching pure. Here it is. You doing righteousness. You catching nothing but pure hell, bro. Pure hell. You get more hell put upon you than these people in the world. But that right there, that's a refining agent. You know, the Most High is refining us. You know, and ultimately, man, the Lord really actually has a lot of mercy on us. Really, when you really look at it, the Lord has a lot of mercy on it. You got people that's strung out on opioids right now.
That's right.
You know, they not in their right mind. The Most High, He gave us His knowledge, which is actual mercy.
That's right. That's right.
But all the prophets felt that way. All the prophets felt like, man, I'm just grieved. You know, I'm just sorrow. I just have sorrowful heart because we just see wickedness. And you say we don't have the ability, which that goes into the word power, because the word power means the ability to do as I please.
Exactly.
And we don't have that ability. We can't do. Ultimately, we were being controlled by Yahweh Shem Shai, so there's nothing we can do.
Yeah.
All right, we just gotta deal with
wait ye upon me, like it says in Zephaniah 3. That's all we can do is wait.
Time.
And then wait is an action word, because that don't mean we just gonna be waiting Indian style with our eyes closed with incense burning. It means while we're waiting, preaching this word, prophesying, you know. But I'm gonna read these last two verses in Habakkuk, and then we can switch up. This is Habakkuk 1 and 3. It says, Salakia, this is the end of verse 3. It says, and there are they that rise up strife and contention. It says, verse 4, therefore the law is slacked.
Yep.
And judgment doeth never go forth.
Yeah, judgment never go forth. We see that. We see Esau doing the hell. We see nothing but wickedness every single day. And if you go back to the law, all the people would be put to death.
That's right.
And that vexes us. That puts like, man, this is nothing but wickedness going on.
Mm-hmm.
And not only is there wickedness going on, but wickedness is put on a pedestal.
That's right.
That's put on a pedestal. To be a homo, to be a tranny, you get an award. You get $1 million. You get a TV show. You know, you see your woman show run off on you. Go sleep with the next dude in your house, and you know, doing some crazy shit. And there's absolutely nothing that you can do. And all those feelings of hurt can be wiped away if you put the bitch to death. But you can't do that here.
Yep.
You can't. You know what? Can you get Ecclesiastes 3?
Can't enact the Most High's judgment.
I think Ecclesiastes 3, and I believe you can go to 15.
Is Ecclesiastes 3 and 15. Oh man, we chat, man.
No, I mean it might be 16. Yep, right there, 16. It's like it goes right. It's gonna go right into that.
Is Ecclesiastes 3 and 16. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there.
See that, the place of judgment. This is supposed to be a place of judgment, the planet Earth. Mm-hmm. Read that again. And it said, what's there really? Go ahead.
Is Ecclesiastes 3 and 16. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there.
We're living in a place where it's supposed to be judgment on the planet Earth. This is where you're supposed to be getting judged.
Yep.
It's nothing but wickedness here. Go ahead.
In the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there.
So instead of righteousness, there's iniquity. So everything's turned upside down, like the scriptures talk about.
That's right.
And that's vexing to our spirit. You know? Go ahead.
I said in my heart, the Most High shall judge the righteous and the wicked.
The Most High shall judge the righteous. Anyway, real quick, can you get Psalms 34 real quick? Psalms 34, might be 37. Just real quick. Just Psalms 37 and 35, I believe. Because all this is gonna come to an end, man. That's a beautiful. That's all we see. We're we pumped up like this brother came, man. I was so pumped up. I'm like, man, good. Let's go.
Hey,
let's go.
If I could just land back off of what you said, that's how Asaph felt too in Psalm 73.
Yep.
It says, when I came into the tabernacle of the Most High, then I understood therein. Because he was complaining about all of these things that he had to witness, but then he like, man, hey, I know what's gonna happen. So at least mentally I can prepare. You just gotta deal.
That spirit's gonna go into that.
Yeah.
Start up. Where are you at? 34? Where's this? Let me see.
37.
No, 34. Psalms. Where are you at? 37? Hold on, real quick. I think it's Psalm 30. What does 35 say?
I have seen the wicked.
Oh, that's the one. Yep. That's the one. Start up one birth above that.
Is Psalms 37 and 34. Wait, Lord.
Woo. Let's go.
Yo, you right there. You right there.
Come on.
And he shall exalt thee to inherit the land.
Because ultimately we know what's going on, and it does give us grief, but it's just because we're in these bodies, man. Because we're in the spirit, we be like, man, this is nothing, man. This is nothing. That's why the scriptures talk about how the Lord's burden is light. You know, it's light. It's really a light burden when you're in the spirit, but just because we're subject into these bodies, and you got to understand the story of Job, how Satan is in actual opposition against us. So certain shit happens because Satan's opposition.
Exactly.
You know, because it said that Job was upright man.
Exactly.
Go ahead. A plain man. When you go into the word plain, where it says Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents, that word there is upright. When you go into the Hebrew, it's upright or righteous. You know, so we're in a lot. I mean, Job is pretty much an allegory for the elect.
That's right.
Go ahead.
When the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it.
Yeah, when the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it. Go ahead.
I have seen the wicked in great power and spreaded himself like a green bay tree.
And that's what we see. We see the wicked in great power. And when you look at a green bay tree, you'll see that when the tree sprouts up, it totally encompasses the whole area around it. And that's how wickedness is right now. It's around the whole planet Earth. Go ahead.
Yet he passed away, and lo, he was not.
Yeah, lo, he was not. Keep reading. Last one.
Yeah, I sought him, but he could not be found. Mark the perfect man.
Yeah, that's it. But basically, we see wickedness, but then it's gonna come to a point where we're gonna be chilling in the kingdom. We're gonna eat them. I heard that word before. Eat them.
Okay.
What the hell is an Edomite? You know, but we know, but it's gonna be like that. Why? Because the Lord is going to do away with him. He's going to do away with wickedness, man.
That's right.
Oh,
You wanted to go to another precept?
Yeah, the one where it says.
Were you holding something?
Yeah, I just want to finish this last verse of Habakkuk.
Slack. It's like,
Let me just finish it real quick. This one verse. One verse. This is back in Habakkuk 1:4. It says, "Therefore the law is slack, and judgment doeth never go forth. For the wicked doeth compass about the righteous. Therefore wrong judgment proceedeth." And that's what's going on, man. Isaiah 29, the turning of things upside down.
Yeah.
So wickedness gets put on a pedestal, man. Like homosexuals are given rights. You know what I'm saying? They're coming out. They're deemed as courageous. But
oh man, yeah,
you're making the jokes, man. Like the basically heterosexual Israelite men, we catching hell right now. We can't get a break.
Yeah, you can't get nothing.
You can't get nothing, man. You know. And then, like it also says in Isaiah 59, I believe around 14, it says, "He that departed from evil maketh himself a prey."
Yeah, you do.
You know, go ahead. That's the spirit. That's the spirit. The spirit. That's right.
Go ahead, brother.
Go ahead. All right.
Damn, now all of a sudden I can't remember exactly what
59 and 14, I think.
Is Isaiah 59 and 14. And judgment is turned away backward, and justice standeth afar off.
That's the precept. That's what. That's the precept to what the brothers read in Habakkuk and also in Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. I mean, read that again, Bubba Shah.
Is Isaiah 59 and 14. And judgment is turned away backward, and justice standeth afar off.
Yeah, Esau, he likes to deem himself as a just man, as his judicial system. Judicial system. Go back to what the word justice.
Yep.
His justice system. If you do something wrong, you're gonna receive. It's gonna be a balance. We're gonna balance out the universe. No, that's not what's happening. It's not. But wickedness is going on in the planet Earth right now, all throughout the earth, and nothing's happening. Which the Lord, he's bringing down the so-called white man as we speak. See, to the eyes of those who are not enlightened, it will seem like there's nothing happening. But see, that's why this is the last reincarnation, the last generation. Because the prophets, they've seen all these things, but they didn't really understand these things. Now we understand these things.
That's right.
Coming now, because this is the last reincarnation.
That's right.
There's gonna be no more reincarnations after this. We're gonna be in the kingdom. Okay. Go ahead.
For truth is falling in the street.
Truth is falling in the street. We the only ones speaking truth. Okay. Go ahead.
And iniquity cannot enter.
Go ahead. Equity.
Can
you read that over? Salaki, brother.
And equity cannot enter.
And that's what equity is. It's fairness, balance.
Balance, yeah.
Like he was talking about Esau, he'll put on the facade like he's balancing judgment when you go through those courts. But it's quite the contrary. And just to back up what you was just saying to the reason they're not judging according to the proper metric. Psalms 50 and 16.
Yep.
Like example of that, like they'll swear you in the courtroom with using the Bible.
Yeah.
But when it's time to make that judgment, it's according to a set of penal codes, man. They're not judging according to the Bible. So right there, that's false judgment going out in the earth, you know? Because they're not judging according to the true standard.
Oh, you know what? Where you at, Isaiah?
He and Isaiah, yeah.
Yeah, can you get Isaiah 8 and 20 real quick?
This is Isaiah 8 and 20. To the law and to the testimony.
You can go into it.
Kind.
Because you were saying how the standard has to be the Bible. Go ahead, read. It's gonna tell you,
brother.
If they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no
read.
Is to the law and to the testimony.
To the law and to the testimony, like you go in the courts, like you were just saying. And when you go into a court system, what do they have? They have the balances with the scale. The representative of what? We're gonna fair and just. That's why when Jake gets all messed up, Jake gets messed up at Esau when Esau gets off on these shootings, the police shootings. What did it say? No justice, no peace. Because there is no peace. We're just reading it. There is no judgment. How does it say? Judgment doesn't go forth.
Wrong judgment proceeded.
Wrong judgment proceeded. There is no equity. There is no balance. There is no fair balance here in Babylon.
That's right, brother.
Or you can't get a fair trial. The only way to get a fair trial is through the scriptures. That's the only way, because the Most High, He's just in all the things that He does. It says what Zechariah 3. The just Lord is in the midst. It's in the midst of. Get that real quick.
And I was thinking of Proverbs 11, a false balance. That's an abomination.
Get that one. But I'll get the other one. I mean, a lot of scriptures.
Man, there's so many scriptures in.
Nah,
that's cool, bro. Yeah, my mind's racing too, brother.
Get that Proverbs.
It's Proverbs 11 and 1. A false balance is abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is His delight.
That's right, and that's clear to the point, man. A false balance, it says, is an abomination, a wicked, filthy thing in the sight of the Most High. But a just weight, an equitable weight, is His delight. That's what pleases the Most High. Fairness, balance, true judgment.
I got a precept for you. Just
go
said
ahead,
that. This
go
is
ahead.
Zephaniah 3 and 5. The just Lord is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning does He bring His judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. You see that the just Lord, He's not going to do iniquity. The so-called white man, he's actually the man of iniquity. Man.
That's right.
He's the actual man of iniquity, and He does not do things justly. That's why everything's messed up. That's the reason why. It's not because of global warming. It's not because we need more government programs. Okay, it's not because whatever the hell Esau gives so many reasons why the world is all messed up. In its eyes, everything's going according to plan, which everything is going according to Yahweh's plan, man. It's beautiful. We see that. We see like you referenced ASAP, Psalm 73, how it says that the Lord Thou has placed him in I'm vaguely paraphrasing, and slippery steps. The Lord set them up in a trick bag, so to speak. He set the so-called white men up to have all this power, and then he's gonna demolish their ass. And we're seeing it right now. We're seeing the curses come on Esau. That's like opioid addicts. You got an opioid crisis. Shit. You got an opioid crisis. You got a drug crisis. You got a homeless crisis. You got a job crisis. You got a housing crisis. You have different the diseases like flu crises.
Yep.
You have an unemployment crisis. Nobody can get jobs. Okay. Wages are stagnant. Okay. People can't pay to go to school. Because you're doing predatory lending. Everybody's in debt. You have all type of sicknesses. Okay. You're eating GMOs all day. So many different crises and just messed up things that are happening. Why? Because America's about to be destroyed. That's the reason why. That's right. The Lord's about to return.
That's right.
And we're prophesying about the Lord's return. And before the Lord return, what does it say? It says in Luke the 12th chapter how the Lord is going to come with fire, but what be so if it already be kindled?
That's right.
And it's going to go into that second Ezra's, man. But let's finish where are you at?
I'm in another scripture now.
But we can start bringing those scriptures out. We can end on second.
Like
a cherry on top.
I'm gonna get this real quick, because this is what has to happen before ultimately the transition of power takes place, man. Like we started off, that cancerous cell has to be completely removed out of power. This is Ecclesiasticus 10 and 3. It says, an unwise king destroyed his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. It says, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. And And that's what we're seeing right now, man. We're in that build-up stage to the transition, trading places, like trading that movie. Places. You know what I'm saying? That's why these Edomites, they're scrambling, they're losing their damn mind because they feel that they're losing grips of their kingdom, man. And rightfully so. The whole earth is crying out for change. The whole trajectory of everything, it has to be changed, man, or everything is going to just completely die off. Like it says in Matthew the 24th chapter, for the elect's sake, if the Most High didn't shorten the days, it will be no flesh to be saved. If we continue to go at the rate and the path in this,
literally destroy the earth. Esau. He will literally destroy the earth. The earth. The scriptures talk about how the earth abided forever. The earth, the Most High made it so perfect. If you follow the certain laws, statutes, commandments, that it's like an ecosystem that continues to replenish itself, continues to recycle itself. Esau came in there because he's the virus, he's the cancer.
That's right.
And you can't negotiate with a cancer. Cancer, like, look, this is all I know. I only know to kill. Right? That's all I know. That's why the scripture talk about Job 14. Get it real quick. Job 14. No, we don't got to get it. But it talks about Esau being unclean. Who can bring an unclean thing? Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean thing? Because the Most High actually created the so-called white man to be the wicked. Go ahead.
It's Jeremiah 13:23. Can the Ethiopian change his skin?
Oh, there you go.
Or the leopard his spots? Then may he also do good.
Yeah, can Esau do good? No, this nigga can't do good. Why he can't get right? He can't get right because he was not created to get right. He was created to be that wicked seed. He was created to be the wicked, and we are created to be the righteous. Okay, so nobody can run away from the Most High's lot. Okay, the lot that He has chosen to give you. It just, hey man, Esau, don't get mad at us, man. I didn't make you Edomite. Exactly. You gotta take that up with the Most High. Exactly. All right, your ass sold the birthright. You got finesse out of it. You got finesse, really. You know, but you actually you didn't, because the promises were afar off.
That's right.
That's why when you read in Hebrews 11th chapter, Hebrews 11th chapter. But we knew the promises, they were afar off. We wouldn't actually inherit everything right then and there. So Esau's like, man, I want my cake now. I want my shit now. I want this now. So you didn't really find anything in the birthright. Like, I ain't worried about that. Now all of a sudden you want the birthright back. No, it don't work like that.
Nah, buddy.
Yeah, we can start wrapping it up, bro. We'll be here forever.
Literally. Spirit, bro, we can go on for days.
Literally.
Was it 2 Ezra 15?
2 Ezra 15.
Yeah, just a few things, points on that I'll speak, and then that'll be it unless y'all want to add anything. You just start right at the top. We don't got to go too far. I think
we have to probably skip down now.
Yeah, I know I want to get 8. Just read. Just start reading from the top.
Is 2 Ezra 15:1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord.
So behold, speak thou into the words of my people the words of prophecy. You know what I'm saying? The things that the Most High had established in His will. But we're saying it before it happens. You know what I'm saying? Prophesy to say before. It says, which I will put in thy mouth. We were saying earlier, being a prophet is not mechanical. The Most High has to have chosen you. The Most High has to put His word inside of you, man. Okay. You know, go ahead.
And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
That's right. And it's talking about these prophecies, man. They're faithful and true. Like it says in Isaiah 55:11, the word of the Most High doesn't return void. You know, meaning these prophecies, everything that's written in this Bible, man, it's going to manifest in the flesh. It's only in due time. You know, so that's the power and our message, you know. Okay. Go ahead.
I'm gonna jump down to 6.
Hold on, just keep going.
Just where you at? Keep going a little bit more. Keep going a little bit more.
It's 2 Ezra 15:3. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee.
That's right. And fear not the imaginations against thee, because we've been going into this whole world that we know of right now is controlled by Satan. So the majority of this world, they're going to be against the truth. They're going to be, they're anti-Hamashiach. They're against the Bible, man. You know what I'm saying? And that word incredulity, it means disbelief.
Yeah, the inability to believe.
Yep.
They don't even have the ability to believe it.
Yeah. You know,
the Lord didn't give it to them.
Exactly.
So He said, don't let that trouble you, man. You know, because we actually see the prophecies kind of, and it's like it's blowing us away. Like we're actually in these times, and when the chip comes, it's gonna bug a lot of you niggas out, man. It's gonna bug a lot of you niggas out. A lot of you Israelites who know you're Israelite, you just gonna totally bug out.
Right, right.
You're gonna bug out.
That's right, brother. That's why in Isaiah 33:6, the scriptures say wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times. Because as we see these prophecies unfold, it increases our faith. But the people that don't believe, they just stuck in that same just demonic bugged out ass zone, man. But when things really start directly affecting what they're about, that's when they gonna consider everything that we've been saying, man.
Yep, yep.
You know,
like you said, your faith. Now you quoted the scripture Isaiah 33:6. The word stability there. When you do a word search of that word stability, what word comes up? Faith and faithfulness.
That's right.
So this word is going. This was going to stabilize us. This is what's going to be our faith. Keep us rooted.
That's right.
When all these things happen, because we're seeing it happen right now. We're seeing that this place can collapse at any given moment.
That's right.
And what is your foundation? When they banned the Bible, when they cut off the internet, when you can't scoff and scorn anymore, what are you going to do?
That's right.
Okay, and then when the Most High is not hearing you, that's why like the elders been bringing out a lot. Matthew the 25th chapter, the 10 virgins, 5 were wise and 5 were foolish. So they're gonna try to get this word at the last minute, you know.
That's right. You can read 4 and then skip to 8, and then that's all I have, unless you want to get any more.
Is 2nd Esdras 15:4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
And that's the beautiful thing that we have to look forward to. Like we referenced Asaph in Psalms, the 73rd chapter, when he went into the tabernacle of the Most High, he understood. And that's what's going to serve us. That's what's going to establish us to be reserved to receive that salvation. But it says, but all the unfaithful, they're going to die in their unfaithfulness, meaning all of these unbelievers, man, all of the scoffers, the naysayers, like the time of Noah, they were eating and drinking, being merry, scoffing at Noah the whole time that he was building the ark. But then once that rain started to come down, then everybody probably changed up their tune.
Yep.
You know, as I says in Hosea 5:15, you know, in their affliction they shall seek me early.
Yep.
So then all of a sudden when they catching the hell, that's when they're gonna seek the Lord.
Yep. Also says the Psalm says, thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power. That's right. Hey man, that's why we got big Kool-Aid smiles on our face,
right,
man.
Brother.
You know, we got big Kool-Aid smiles, you know.
That's
we
right.
smile from cheek to cheek, ear to ear.
Yo, because we already know the end game of this movie. This ain't nothing but the Most High's movie.
You know? Say you made a movie and you gave the actor the script, but the actor's actually playing in the movie while he knows the script, but still he don't really know it, like exactly what's going to happen, but he knows how the outcome is going to be. While the scripture talk about how the Lord, he declared the end from the beginning.
Yep.
So he gave us pretty much the blueprint, the script of what's going to happen, the different prophecies, but we don't know every particular part, every second. So that's why we still be like, damn, that's crazy. Like how they gonna implement and push the chip? We don't even know exactly how they gonna push it. We know some way, but it's gonna be crazy.
Yep.
And it's gonna be appeasing to the people's eyes too.
That's right.
Because it's gonna come to a point where most people they're gonna be begging for the chip. You know.
That's absolutely right. Yeah, you can just read 8 and 9, and we can close out on that right there.
Is 2nd Esdras 15:8. I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves.
That's right. So it's a routine of wickedness that's going on in America. It's just perpetual wickedness, man. But the Most High, we coming into a point where he's not about to suffer it any longer. But the Most High, he's subject to his word. So there's certain things within prophecy that have to take place before the ultimate destruction. You know, that's why, like you just said, we don't know the exact timing how everything gonna play out, but we have an indication based on certain signs that the Most High shows us. That's why the scripture says, watch as well as pray. You know, we watching the prophecies. Go ahead.
And that's why it says measure the time diligently.
That's exactly right.
The one.
That's exactly right.
One.
That's exactly right. And the way that you measure the time is just by watching the prophecies, man. Watching the Most High's works go out throughout the earth.
And what's the measuring stick? It's the Bible. That's
right.
How you measure things up. That's how you measure things.
That's right.
That's how you measure certain spirits. That's how you measure things in the law. It's through the Bible, the words. So that's the ruler. Because you wouldn't know balance if the scriptures didn't tell you what balance was.
Yeah, exactly.
You wouldn't know hot unless you knew what cold was. So then you know, okay, this is warm, this is hot, this is So there's a balance. There's a balance in things. Like it talks about in Sirach the 33rd chapter.
One thing established the good of another.
Exactly.
Yep.
You know, one thing is set against another, man.
That's right.
So what the Lord did, he let us know what righteousness is, and then we see wickedness, and then we see, not only do we see wickedness, because wickedness is actually appeasing to the flesh.
Man.
It pleases the flesh. But then we see the outcome of what wickedness does. We be like, nah, I don't have no parts. I don't have no parts of that. Look at this. Look what the fuck is going on in a goddamn apartment with cancerous substances everywhere, breathing in fucked up air. We ain't got land. We ain't got multiple women. We ain't got power. We not set up as judges on the planet Earth.
Yep.
So we're upset.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's going right into it. And then that 9th verse, I think, at the end of 8-9, yo.
Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me.
Did you read the souls that are just? Read 8 again, Bob Shaw.
Is 2nd Esdras 15:8. I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit.
Okay.
Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves.
Okay.
Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
That's right, and that's how we started, man. We always complaining, man. If you're not complaining, really, you're not in the right spirit. If you're an Israelite, man, you know the souls of the just complain continually, man, because wrong judgment is proceeding in the earth, man. We are looking for the Most High's ways of righteousness to be established back on the earth. You know, go ahead.
We're looking for the world that we're in dwellers righteousness.
Yeah, that's right. Yep, that's it.
That's right, brother.
Yep.
That's right.
That's all we want. We just want righteousness.
Yeah.
But righteousness is looked at as evil. You're a demon. You're a devil. You don't, man. You people don't know the Most High, man. You really don't know.
Yeah.
You really don't know the Most High. You don't know how he gets down.
Yeah.
The scripture says that he is a man of war.
That's
a
right.
man of war. That tells you, just right there tells you what type of man he is. Okay, he'll push you to death one thing, even blink about it. Okay,
that's right. That's right, bro.
And therefore, said the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them.
That's right. And our forefathers was given promises from the Most High, and the Most High, he word is bond with the Most High. So in prophecies, once things is set out, once these prophecies are fulfilled, you know, we gonna basically be reintroduced to that promise of our forefathers, man. We're gonna be avenged of all of this madness that our enemy didn't put on us, man, killing our people, poison mind, you know, with this whole all of these different philosophies that has us completely set in wickedness, man. You know, things are about to be turned right side up, that in a nutshell, you know. And basically, we're just promoting that way before it actually happens, you know.
Oh, you know what? I think you were in you holding Sirach 10, right?
I'm still. I lost.
Oh, okay. Yeah. If we can get that, we can.
I got you. I don't know. I'm back.
Because I thought you were gonna read down. If you go to 7. Go to 7.
Kind of. This is Ecclesiasticus 10:7. It says, "Pride is hateful before the Most High, and man, and by both doeth one commit iniquity."
Go ahead. And we know Esau is the most proud man.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. It says, verse 8, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by the king from one for another.
But when you were going into the earlier, I thought you were going to read down. Yeah, that's spirit. You were going into the earlier how right now we're going through a transfer process. And Esau, he's mad, he's scrambling. Like, damn, what's going on? Because power's being yanked out of his hands. And we're not doing it. We're not actually like physically yanking out of his hand. It's spiritual.
That's right.
So there's no possible way that he can battle against us because we're doing all these things spiritually. And the Most High now the things that we said, because he's speaking through us, now they're actually happening now. They're happening in the planet. They're happening in the world. So battery in here.
That's right, man. You know, and that's the power, you know, when we actually seeing these things play out that we speak of or that have been spoken of, you know, 2,000 years ago, over 2,000 years ago via the scriptures, you know.
So right now we're in a transfer of power, trading places. Everything's going to be turned right side up. Everything's going to be turned right, which the word right and righteousness are synonymous with each other. So now we're going to have a new heaven and new earth, which is well of righteousness, man. And that's but before that can come in, what does it say? That Babylon is going to go out by violence.
That's right.
There is going to be no peaceful revolution. Okay, that doesn't happen. All right, the Most High, he ain't about that. He's about blood. He's about he's about it all, man. He wants it all, you know. He's very controversial. This is like real controversial. Even as this truth is very controversial. He's all about controversy. He's all about just read the stories of the kings, how they were. Man, just read the Bible, man. You will see that it's like all type of crazy things going on. Okay, but the Most High, he's with that. That was it on that though.
Yeah, that's all I had.
And we can finish off that last verse.
Yeah. And you can go all day, man.
Yeah, no, you know, we do got lives, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you know.
We got to eat. Go ahead.
There's a 2nd Esdras 15:9. And therefore said the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them.
That's right, and receive all the innocent blood from among them, man. And that's the time that we're coming into right now, man. We're waiting for the Most High to avenge us, you know, because the scripture said, the Lord said vengeance belongs to him, you know. So even though we see all of this wickedness, you know, being perpetuated on the earth, well, we can't act right now. That's why the Lord told Peter, when Peter cut off Malchus's ear, he said, he that lived by the sword shall die by the sword. And Yahweh Shah also said, if this was my kingdom, my servants will fight. So we know that we got to wait on the Lord to restore us as a nation, man. You know, that's why all of these different militant things that Jake tried to do, that's not going to work, man. We have to wait on the Lord. That's who's going to avenge us, you know.
That's the spirit, man. Bring it out, brother. That's the spirit. Bring it out.
This is Romans 12:19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it's written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord.
Yes, ultimately the Lord is going to revenge us.
Mm-hmm.
But how is he going to do it though? How is he going to do it? Can you get Daniel's 7? Is it Daniel 7?
The saints shall take the kingdom.
Is it you know what? Yeah, there's Daniel's 7, but then I think there's one in
Jeremiah.
Is it Jeremiah?
He gonna use us to do.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
I know what you want. This right here.
Yeah.
Jeremiah
51. Yeah, 51
and 20.
Yeah, 20. Yeah, that's the one.
Jeremiah 51 and 20. It says, I'm gonna start at 19. It says, the portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. The Lord of hosts is his name, and the Lord of hosts means the Lord of armies. Because like you just said earlier, the Lord is a man of war, contrary to popular belief. It says, thou art my battle axe and my weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms.
You see that? So the Most High is the one, he's going to use his people, Israel, to break the nations all apart, man. Break them and break their bones. You know what? Keep reading, Bubba Shop. It's going to go into it.
Verse 21, it says, and with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider, and with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider. With thee also will I break in pieces man and woman, and with thee will I...
Man and women, man. Lord going to allow us to get busy. He going to use the... and that goes into the Daniels now. That goes into the Daniel 7 and 18. Go ahead, read that real quick.
Then the side shall take the kingdom.
You see that? And the saints are the Israelites. It said that Israel has a lot of his inheritance starting above, and then it starts going into how the Lord is going to create us to be a weapon. And now we're going to break in pieces all the nations, the horse and his rider, men and women. And that goes into how the saints are going to take the kingdom. So there's going to be no peaceful revolution. The Lord is going to allow his men to actually get revenge.
That's right.
That's why in Revelation it says, here's the patience and the faith of the saints.
That's right.
You know, he that leadeth in captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. You see that?
That's right.
So we're patiently waiting these things. We're laboring at the same time while we're waiting. Finish that and we'll finish that.
And possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever.
Yeah, you're finding ephemeral. When you go into the word ephemeral, it means lasting a very short time. Okay, this is really just going to be like a blink. damn, Esau's done.
Job 14:5.
Yep.
He had set his bounds that he can't compass,
There you
basically,
go.
loosely paraphrasing, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it on that.
I'm gonna go back to Jeremiah 51:22. It says, "With thee also will I break in pieces man and woman, and with thee will I break in pieces old and young, and with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid." He's not a respecter of persons in judgment.
Yeah. Yep.
And then it goes on, it says, verse 23, "I will also break in pieces with thee the shepherd and his flock, and with thee will I break in pieces the husbandman and his yoke of oxen."
And the reason why we have to break in pieces because everything is on a wicked vibration. So we have to break in pieces. We have to beat them in the pulp to turn them on to the righteous vibration, man.
That's right.
You know, to restore the planet Earth.
Yep.
I think a little bit more on that.
Yeah, it's just a little bit more. That's it. Yeah, it says, "And his yoke of oxen, and with thee will I break in pieces captains and rulers."
And so, like you said, everybody can get it. The Lord's not a respecter in persons. He that doeth wrong shall receive the wrong that he has done. Exactly. And there is no respecters of persons.
That's right.
So that's just what it is, man. And wait, hold on. We receive wrong. It's not the situation that we're in. Is this not wrong? The scriptures say that the Lord, he hath polluted his inheritance. Okay, because he gave us up. He gave us up like you are not my people anymore. And look what happened. But now the Lord has mercy on us. He gave us his knowledge, and then he said, "Hey, look, I'm gonna put you basically through like a work program. I'm gonna forgive your sins, but hey, look, you got to work, man. You gotta put this work in. You got to go out. You got to speak to the people. And if you don't do that, what's gonna happen? Your crimes are gonna be brought back up. Well, look what you did. You see this? Look at that. You see? Now you're gonna be judged." So we out there in our head like, nah, I can't go back, man. You know, I can't. I'm gonna get locked up again. Yeah, basically probation. But then we're gonna actually receive a gift after this. This is not. See, we're doing this, which is the Lord said that we are unprofitable servants, that we're supposed to do this. At the same time, this is also a promise that we're going to receive. We're going to have an inheritance.
That's right.
Go ahead, brother. You know, keep reading it. Go ahead.
There's Hebrews 6:10. For the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have showed towards his name, in that ye have ministered to the saints.
So you have to minister, mean to serve. You have to serve the saints. So you have to serve them, but then it says, go ahead, keep going.
And do minister.
So when the Lord comes back, you're supposed to continue to minister. You're supposed to already be ministered. So when he comes back, I'm doing the work right now. What do you mean? You know what I mean? Like I'm doing the work. I did this, I did that a year ago. You know, I took a break. No, blessed is he. How does the scripture say? Blessed is he.
When his Lord returneth, shall find so doing.
There you go. That's the one. Hey, we can end it off on that one, man. We can end it off on that one. You brothers had anything? I know we'll keep going.
That's it, brother. That's all I had, man. That y'all had, you know.
Yeah. So with that, hey, America's gonna go down, man. We see the prophecies coming to pass.
That's right.
Beautiful that the brother guy that came out here, break bread, edify, build, and we're here to serve. That's why it says that you put the minister and do minister. So we continue to minister. It says,
right.
It says to make your call and election sure. Give diligence to make your call and election sure. And that's what we're doing, Lord. We'll be part of the elect because we're striving to be part of the elect.
It's our reasonable service.
Yeah. So with that, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostle and elder, the great millstone, and peace and blessings to the fellow Akim out there pushing his word in true sincerity, the house of David, and death and destruction to the house of Saul and all the non-believers. Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.